Hi, my name is Dallas Davis. My dilemma is based on a kindergarten classroom during reading. As the transition into story time begins in your kindergarten classroom, the air is filled with excitement as everyone anticipates the day's activity. You have planned an interactive lesson where the students will act out the characters from the story. You're explaining the activity to your class, and a student keeps interrupting you excitedly, sharing their ideas with the class. This student frequently speaks out while you're speaking or other students are speaking, and you've been reminding the student about raising their hand daily for weeks. You remind them again that they need to raise their hand and wait to be called on. You continue with the last of the instructions, telling them to now engage with one another to discuss their roles and gather props. The same student raises their hand before you make it through another sentence, they stand up and loudly say, "This story is stupid." The rest of the class look between both you and the student to see how you'll respond. Don'ts. So my first don'ts is the first plausible yet unlikely effective response is to disregard the student's comment and proceed with explaining the remaining instructions. Not only does this approach fail to address the underlying issue, it also neglects the emotional needs of the student and the root causes of this behavioral problem. Such a response is likely to result in further disruptions as both the student in question and their peers may perceive outbursts as socially acceptable due to the lack of consequences. Additionally, this may encourage the student to create more disturbances in search of attention. This reaction is neither reinforces classroom expectations nor models appropriate procedures. Moreover, it could also have a detrimental impact on the student's social emotional learning by missing the chance to show the students more positive ways to manage their big emotions. My second don't is publicly shaming the student by raising your voice and saying, "I've been reminding you for weeks to stop interrupting. Please raise your hand and wait to be called on before speaking." While continuing with your instruction is less likely an ineffective response, publicly scolding a student in front of their peers can lead to feelings of embarrassment, which can cause the student to shut down or conversely escalate their disruptive behavior. Using this approach undermines the development of a positive student-teacher relationship that is founded on mutual respect and can negatively impact the student's confidence within the classroom. Furthermore, it may result in a power struggle, provoking anger and further outbursts from the student. Additionally, this reaction fails to model appropriate communication grounded in respect and understanding, thus fostering a negative classroom environment and detracting from valuable instructional time. One of the teachers suggests offering the student a job during my dues. One of the teachers suggested offering the student a job during the lesson to minimize disruptions. This approach hadn't occurred to me until reading our readings in Module 5 of Discipline of Dignity, but I now see it as an effective strategy for managing such situations. Assigning a task can provide students with a sense of purpose and offer positive reinforcement. Additionally, this teacher emphasizes the importance of understanding each child's individual needs, which can greatly influence their responses. This insight is vital as a method that works for one student may not be effective for another. Each child possesses unique experiences, skill sets, and disabilities, making it essential to find a solution tailored to the individual. I hadn't previously considered that my response might need to be adjusted based on the student's current developmental and emotional level. Another do is to effectively respond to respond to a disruptive student. It's important to stay calm and avoid raising your voice, even if you're frustrated because it's not the first time this has happened. Take a deep breath before you address the situation. Begin by gently reminding the student of the classroom expectations. In this classroom, we use kind words and raise our hands, waiting to be called on to speak. Next, acknowledge the student's feelings by saying, "It's okay not to like the story, but we still need to be respectful, even if you have a different opinion." Let the student know. I'd be more than happy to discuss with you one-on-one after I finish giving instructions about how you feel. Once we are done with the story, would you like to help me pick the next one together? During your one-on-one conversation, address the student's behavior and ask if they want to talk about why they were so upset about the story. I would then ask them if they can think of a more respectful way to next time express how they felt. I would then go over the different tools that can use to self-regulate when they are starting to feel frustrated. This approach, which emphasizes empathy while keeping your voice calm, helps de-escalate disruptive behavior. By addressing the entire class and reminding them that expectations, you maintain a supportive environment without singling out the student. Offer opportunities for the student to be involved in the next lesson encourages engagement and minimizes disruptive behavior. Holding a one-on-one discussion afterwards allows you to address underlying issues, fostering a positive student-teacher relationship based on mutual respect. This conversation also helps the student practice communicating their feelings respectfully and build on social emotional learning skills. What did I learn? The importance of understanding each child's individual needs, which can greatly influence their responses. This insight is vital as a method that works for one student may not be effective for another. Each child possesses unique experiences, skill sets, and disabilities, making it essential to find a solution that is tailored to the individual. I hadn't previously considered that my responses might need to be adjusted based on the student's current developmental and emotional level. Thank you.